First, for the number 4 seed, University School of Milwaukee Wildcats. Number 1, Michael Polston. Number 3, Max Simonovic. Number 4, Jack Torres. Number 5, Michael Kennedy. Number 6, Wyatt Cox. Number 7, Mateo Nunig. Number 8, Ethan Gurney. Number 11, Jack McGregor. Number 12, Max Moe. Number 13, Sam Anderson. Number 15, William Guy. Number 16, Augie Wolf. Number 18, Axel Moe. Number 19, Marcus Thundercloud. Number 20, Nathan Monticelli. Number 21, Landon Edwards. Number 22, Christian Ford. Number 25, Ben Malosi. And number 32, Mason Grenier. The head coach of the Wildcats is Corbin McGuire. He is assisted by Mike Borghi and Brody Decker. And now, let's meet the number 1 seed, Hudson Raiders. Number 1, Sam Bonis. Number 2, Max Giblin. Number 5, Brady Gilbert. Number 6, Reese Richardson. Number 7, Brecken Meyer. Number 8, Zach Kokendorfer. Number 9, Truman Searcy. Number 10, Alex Potritz. Number 11, Braden Hess. Number 12, Ben Parent. Number 13, Harry Ross. Number 14, Matthew Maurer. Number 15, Mike Maurer. Number 17, Carson Strappin. Number 18, Carter Mears. Number 20, Oliver Schroeder. Number 21, Brody Dietz. Number 22, Will Kowalski. Number 23, Noah Flatham. Number 24, Ryan Schultz. Number 25, Gannon Blazer. And number 35, Aiden Tepperang. The head coach of the Raiders is Drew Jawiski. He is assisted by Aaron Rickert, Steve Curley, Ryan Strappin, and Brad Hetland. All right, good luck to both teams, and let's play some hockey.
Good morning from Veterans Memorial Coliseum at Alliant Energy Center in Madison. The 2022 WIA State Hockey Tournament continues with the Division I boys semifinals. First up, the top seed in the division, Hudson, against the number 4 seed, University School of Milwaukee. Great to have you with us on the NFHS Network, along with Bill Brophy. I'm Jay Wilson. Well, Broke, the Hudson Raiders have got a bit of a target on their back. They've been the number 1 team in the state, and they've got some power, and it's going to be interesting to see them play today.
Well, they do it with defense. Davis Kowalski's their coach. He won championships at his alma mater in Hudson, at University of Wisconsin. Like, he was won a national championship and in the National Hockey League. So Jaruski's a winner, and he knows you win with defense. Davis is an old defenseman himself, and they play very well in their own end. And in front of one of the better goaltenders in the state, Aiden Tepperang. But they are the team to beat. They've only lost one school, Wisconsin opponent, all year. They've got 2 losses to Minnesota teams. But as you say, they've been number 1 all year, and they are the prohibitive favorites in this Division I field.
So if you're Hudson, your defensive target must start at number 11, Jack McGregor, for the University School of Milwaukee Wildcats.
Yeah, Wildcats not as highly powered as in past years, but with McGregor along with Malusi, they've got 2 guys that can put the puck in the net.
McGregor with 27 goals on the season, Malusi with 14. Okay, here we go. University School in the navy and gold uniforms, and Hudson in the white with the dark blue trim. Brody Dietz playing it for the Raiders. Now here comes Zach Kokendorfer. Kokendorfer has a man within. Kokendorfer gets a clean shot, and Polston sticks that to the corner. Play continues as Hudson keeps the pressure on. Harry Ross with a shot that's wide, and now played by Jack Carnes, the left wing for the Wildcats.
Sounds like Kokendorfer gets Polston into the game in a hurry.
Now Carson Strappin forcing the issue for Hudson, number 17 in white. Ooh, he was looking to center to Alex Patras, but intercepted. Here comes McGregor. 1-on-3, and the Raiders defense send off McGregor, at least for now. Kept in the zone by the Wildcats. McGregor again. Knocked off his stick. Now the battle for the puck won by the Raiders, but kept in by the Wildcats. Hudson trying to get out of their own end, but can't. McGregor working behind the goal, but now the Raiders get a little open area. Here comes Alex Patras. Patras will throw it in, get a line change for Hudson. University School of Milwaukee, 15-10-1 their record on the season, and Hudson 24-3. Number 1 seeded Raiders, the number 4 seeded Wildcats. Now here's Reese Richardson for Hudson. They swing it around to Max Giblin, their great defenseman. Oh, tip attempt there by Gannon Glazer, just misses. Back the other way we go. And here comes Hudson. And kept in the zone by the Raiders. That was Brody Dietz, the blue line. But now the Wildcats try to turn things around and get an offensive push. Giblin throws it back for Dietz. Dietz botted. A bit of a double team behind the net, and Dietz is doing a little stick work to get things going, and finally they do. They throw it ahead for Carter Mears, the top line right wing for Davis Drewiski's Hudson Raiders. Raiders hold the zone there. And they throw it back behind for Kokendorfer. Now it's Maurer, Matt Maurer, 14 in the corner. He'll drop it for Kokendorfer. Double team there. Maurer gets it back, looking for Kokendorfer again, but he's hounded by Michael Kennedy, the captain for the University School of Milwaukee Wildcats. Centering pass was looking for Matt Maurer, but he was on the ice and couldn't do anything with it, so back the other way we go with Mason Monticelli. Brandon Edwards slipped for a moment, got back up, and then took a hit from Alex Patras. Now Patras gets the puck, gains the zone. Man on him, still gets a shot off. Polston knocks it off the top of the back of the glass behind the net. And play continues. Patras was with a contested shot, but still made Polston make the play. Now Patras again. He's looking for Harry Ross, but that's intercepted. Now Patras again in front of the net. And the Raiders putting on big pressure here. Strappin with it. Patras one more time. Didn't get a stick on the shot. He's bothered by a Wildcat player. Now battle for the puck along the near boards in the corner. Patras has been all over the place early, number 10. Tried to center, but couldn't get connections. Now Ross with it. This is Harry Ross for Hudson. Takes a big hit from Sam Anderson for the Wildcats. He's strapped for the puck. Finally hops out to Brody Dietz at the left point. Now Reese Richardson in the corner battles for Hudson. Richardson comes away with it, looking for some help. Richardson will turn and shoot. Polston held his ground and made the stop. There's a tip attempt. Braden Hess had to get it past Polston, but couldn't get it on goal. And now the Wildcats will just get it in the air, and Monticelli will send it down for an icing call.
I noticed that that's our first whistle.
It sure was.
They go 5 minutes. Look at the Hudson bench. There's Davis Derwiski. Again, a champion at 3 different levels. And he's put together a nice team in Hudson. 43-6 in his 2 years as the coach. He's got 4 All-Staters on his team as well. The All-State goaltender with Max Giblin and Brody Dietz are All-State defensemen. Matthew Bauer and Kokendorfer All-State forward. Strappin's an honorable mention All-Stater. And everybody you talk about on Hudson mentions their depth. They don't talk about the stars so much as how they keep coming at you with 4 lines and how sound they are in their own zone defensively. Just a fundamentally good team.
Right now we're scoreless with 11:40 left in the first period. Our second semifinal today will feature the 2 and 3 seeds. That's going to be Notre Dame Academy against Edgewood.
Youth School, another former Badger behind the bench. That's Corbin McGuire. McGuire's in his second year. Actually, Colt was a co-coach last year with Matt Rodehouse. But they listed 38-13-1 in his career. Youth School got here with 2 overtime wins in the playoffs. They beat Brookfield East in the finals after getting by Arrowhead in 3 overtimes in the semis. They played 2 overtimes in the sectional finals. So they know how to win the close game.
Yeah, one of the assistant coaches for Corbin McGuire is Brody Decker. He's the brother of USA Women's Hockey Olympian Brianna Decker. Well, these are 2 great hockey traditions for these 2 teams. This is the 15th trip to State University School of Milwaukee and the 13th time the Hudson Raiders have been here. Still well behind the all-time leaders, Superior. Made 38 appearances here at the State Boys Hockey Tournament.
I always told you, it wasn't spring until I heard the Superior State Superior fight song at the state tournament.
Yeah, but how about that? 38 appearances in 52 years of this tournament. Ethan Gurney races in and pokes it back to his teammate Augie Wolf. Now Hudson recovers and traffic in front. This is Giblin spinning. That will hit traffic. Giblin had a chance there a couple of times, but denied by Polston and the Wildcat defense. Now coming away with it is Hudson. That's Braden Hess with a shot that's knocked out of play.
These again Superior teams that beat the sectional finals this year, but yeah, they've traditionally perennial here. Hudson's getting that way. They've now been here 6 times in the last 7 seasons. They've won 5 titles. And like 70 kids going for hockey this year. Hudson, which has become a bedroom community to the Twin Cities and continues to grow and grow some more. And pretty good coaches in Trubisky. Dean Talbot's another former NHLer, was on the staff there for a long time. His current staff includes Aaron Richard, who's been there 10 years, and Steve Curley, who's a Wisconsin Coaches Hall of Famer. Curley was forever at Hayward, a great hockey mind. So they've got a lot of teachers on that staff, and that's a real good youth hockey program.
Well, you mentioned USM had a couple of close calls in the tournament series. Well, Hudson, they've won 15 straight games. They've outscored their opponents 21-2 in 3 tournament games so far. So they have been on a roll, as you say, pretty much all season.
Yeah, their only losses come to Gentry Academy, which is a new school in Twin Cities, but basically I don't want to say a hockey factory because that isn't fair, but it's put together by a mother with had the wherewithal to do so, and she was interested in her kids playing hockey.
There's a shot attempt by Carter Mears after Matt Maurer did the dirty work to set it up. Now there's 5 bodies in front of Polston in goal, and somehow that puck got through, and Polston was able to see it and grab it and set up a face-off.
Gentry, by the way, they split 2 games with Gentry Academy, and then Holy Angel, where our old friend Tom Shipley, Madison Edgewood, the president, beat Hudson in 1 game. If you look at Polston, we talked about him a lot because he's been busy. He's had impressive numbers in his junior year. He's a 3-year starter. We'll get to his numbers in a second.
Giblin let one fly from the blue line that was just wide. Now here comes Maurer again. Here's a great feed to Mears. He went high and went over the net. Kept in though. Beats. Shot blocked by traffic in front. They were looking for Maurer, but it's intercepted for the moment. As Carter Mears gets it back for Hudson. Poked away there by Ben Malusi. Now the Raiders have to retreat back to the center ice area.
See by the shots on goal how one-sided the first 7 minutes of this game has been.
But we are still even, 1-1. Here's Jack McGregor. Hudson jams things up in the middle of the rink. And now retreating is Max Giblin to set the play up.
Good size kid who escaped.
He is. Harry Ross carries it in for Hudson. Now here's Potritz. He'll throw it behind, looking for Strappin, a little too far for him. Now Strappin recovers along the far boards. But there to play it is William Guy for the Wildcats. He sends Landon Edwards on his way. Sending Anderson in to help out for the Wildcats behind the goal. Upturning and heading the other way is Ben Parent for Hudson. 0-0. 8:25 remaining first period. First Division I boys semifinal. Hudson and University School of Milwaukee. Now that was a long lead pass intended for Braden Hess, but too far for him, and an icing call with 8:16 left in the period.
I promised you Polston stats. He's 11-9-1 in the year with 4 shutouts. He's got a 2.20 goals against average. Save percentage of .925 on the other end. Aiden Tepper-Eng, 18-3 is the number 1 goalie for the Raiders. 152 goals against, a .919 save percentage. He's a big boy.
He is indeed.
They list him at, I don't believe he's bigger than Bob Document. That's what's listed on the 6'4" is what the program says. Coach Drosky's line charts he provided said 5'9", and I'm rubbing my eyes.
Well,
6'4", I believe, is.
heights and weights on programs have always been an interesting experience.
Yeah.
An experiment.
Look at K-Man's All-State defenseman Max Giblin. It's a good one. A lot of people think he's going to play on the co-player of the year in the Big Rivers Conference. I would think, he wants to play in the North American Hockey League next year, and I think teams will like to have him. The conference is a bench between Corbin McGuire and one of the officials. Patrick Courtney, one of the referees. The other one's Dave Reichenbacher. David Crispin's the linesman for the state semifinal.
These two schools have a combined 8 state championships. Hudson's had 5. 2001, 2004, 2017, 2018, 2021. University School of Milwaukee, 3 titles, 2006, 2010, 2019.
This team played once during the regular season. Hudson scored a 6-1 victory.
Race for the puck. Ross is there for Hudson along with Carson Strappin. And here comes Marcus Thundercloud playing it for the Wildcats, and it hops right back on his stick. But here comes heavy pressure from the Raiders. And now back we go with Jack Torres. Again, Hudson making any advantage in positioning on the ice difficult for the Wildcats. You get the 7-minute mark of the first period, still no score. There's a long shot attempt by Jack Torres.
New school still without a shot.
Now here comes Hudson. Gannon Glazer tried to center. Braden Hess got tied up in front of the net, went into the goal. And now we're going to have a high sticking penalty coming up.
I don't think so. I think they got to stop it because Hess took the goaltender's leg. No, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You are right.
So that's going to be Jack Torres getting the penalty for the Wildcats.
Here's the end of the play when Hess takes the goaltender's legs out, and that's when the penalty occurred.
Okay. That'll put Hudson on the power play.
That's been good news for Hudson. They've converted about 1 out of every 3 chances, 32.3% on the air.
This is Brody Dietz. Matt Mauer's out there, number 14. Giblin will try a long slap shot from the blue line, handled by the glove of Michael Polston.
Penalty killing has been a strength for the Wildcats. They've killed off 89.6% of their opponent's chances. You know, Polston's going to be busy here. He's already got 9 saves in the early going.
Face off won by the Raiders. Here's Mauer centering. Ooh, and there was a Kokendorfer pass didn't quite get through. Otherwise, that could have been a beautiful play. And here's a shot from Mears. It's stopped by Polston, sent to the corner, and cleared by the Wildcats. Hudson with a couple of early opportunities on the power play, but so far not able to cash in. Minute 20 left on the penalty to Jack Tornes for University School Milwaukee. Mears tried a long cross-ice pass, looking for Brody Dietz, but Wildcats intercepted, and they're able to kill some more time off that penalty clock.
Regroup, get fresh legs out there as it comes the rush for the last half of the power play.
Goodman started the play. Now here's Potretz, who tried to center. He had a couple of guys there, Ross and Strappen. Now Strappen gets it to Potretz. Potretz now with a chance, lifts a backhander over the top of the goal. Wildcats break up that opportunity and send it back to the other end. 25 seconds left on the power play for Hudson. Ross, Potretz, and Strappen still out there. Forward lines. Now they go to the bench. In the final seconds of the power play, the Raiders try to get something going. Well, a big hit there.
Again, the boards rattle here like no other building in North America. So a big hit's magnified here at the old Dane County Coliseum.
Yeah, that was Braden Hess, the recipient of that loud crashing noise for Hudson. Now here come the Wildcats. A good defensive play there by Giblin to take it away.
But isn't it great to be back at the Great Dane?
Sure is.
After the year last year when the state tournament held in Wisconsin happened because COVID issues here in Dane County.
Now here comes Reese Richardson for Hudson. Made a lot of headway, but then finally stopped just in front of the net. Dietz spins, feeding, shot there by Mauer's block. Wildcats come away with it with Nunag. Nunag got it back and he sent it toward the goal, just wide of Tepper Eng, who played it with his stick.
A few seconds that the goaltenders touched the puck.
There's Jack McGregor. Broken stick is in the near board. I don't think you can quite see it from our camera angle up top, but there's a broken stick that hopefully you won't get in the way. Now here comes Hudson. This is Mauer shooting, and Polston stopping.
Now, Polston's been really good. He has to be as one-sided as this period has been. It's been all Hudson for the first 13 minutes.
Last year was such a wacky year. You mentioned the state tournament was at Wisconsin Rapids, state finals were at Wisconsin Rapids. We were at University School of Milwaukee semifinals. I remember when we went to the campus, to the USM campus, to face Verona. It was a frustrating night for the Wildcats that night as they fell just short of the state final.
Verona Wildcats beat them only to come to Wisconsin Rapids and lose 4-0 to Hudson in the title game. Hudson outshot Verona 35-7 in the title game. Carson Mears had 2 goals. And Mears back here. And I think this is just a lot better experience to come to town. The banquet last night where the All-State team was honored. The Sauer Award was handed out to Luke Lindsay for his community service with defensemen from Eau Claire Memorial. Good defensemen, too, all second team All-State. But it was a nice event. But again, it gives more of a tournament feel for these kids that come to town. And both the Division II and Division I teams are represented at dinner next door at the exhibition hall.
Carter Mears tried to sneak one in off the back of the legs of Michael Polston, but Polston able to stop it. Face-off coming up. Now the 3:33 left in a scoreless first period. Hudson and University School of Milwaukee. Face-off goes right in on Polston, so we'll try it again. University School of Milwaukee celebrating 100 years of existence for hockey. They had a big celebration last December. For a 100-year anniversary. They were going to have it the year before, but COVID canceled those plans. Lots of action in front of Polston again. Finally, the Wildcats able to relieve the pressure for a little bit. Now Marcus Thundercloud spins it over to Michael Kennedy, and on the stick of Jack Torres. Kennedy can't get it out. Here's Giblin. And for Maurer. And he tried to one-hand one in. Couldn't quite accomplish it. Hudson continues to put the offensive pressure on.
Well, shots on goal tell you it all. There's a one-handed effort by Mears, and Polston the easiest with his 14 saves. Talk about the great tradition of youth school hockey. That includes their Wissa days when Lowell McDonald was the coach. Lowell's son, Lowell's a former NHLer himself. His son Lane won a Hobie Baker Award at Harvard. He was a youth school alum.
Another shot off the shoulder of Polston that time. And here comes University School of Milwaukee with Christian Ford. And finally Teperang gets his name mentioned as he's able to stop and get a faceoff.
I don't know if I get credit for a save there, as the shot was going to go wide, but at least force an offensive zone faceoff in this youth school. They just haven't touched the puck much in the first 14 minutes of this game.
But that inactivity can make it tough on a goaltender sometimes. It's like in a baseball game where the fielders don't get to make any plays. They can kind of get a little dead in their tracks. We'll see if it affects a great goalie like Teperang at all. Long shot. Oh, boy, there's a tip attempt. That was Carson Strappin, who nearly got a tip-in goal off that missile from the blue line. Stolen away by Potritz. Potritz, he'll shoot. That hit a stick of Landon Edwards and goes out of play. And the Raiders just keep on coming.
Yeah, youth school's rope-a-dope strategies are doing very well.
Yeah, they'll be all tuckered out, won't they?
No, it's been pretty tilted to this end of the rink here at the Coliseum in the first period.
But you look up at the scoreboard and nothing.
That's a credit to the goaltender. Polston's been good.
Thundercloud for the Wildcats. 2:15 remaining in the scoreless first period. Christian Ford tries to dig it out of the far wall. Can't do it. And another whistle.
New school crowd like that, puck almost got up to the student section who taking advantage of a day off from school to cheer on their classmates.
That's the great thing about hockey. Some days it gives you a day out of school. You know?
There are a lot of good things about the game. But I guess if you're a high school student, that would be higher on the list than maybe for me.
Flipped in where Polston plays it again. A couple of Raiders are there, so he has to glove it and hang on.
I said to you last night, you're a Hudson fan, and there they are. They had to leave, I would think, at 5 this morning for the school to get here to cheer on the Raiders.
Figure not quite 4 hours down the interstate. Long shot from Breckenmeyer, and boy, Polston. That's all we got today.
I would think that first hour of the bus ride was a little quiet before they whipped out their cell phones and started doing whatever high school kids do for the 4.5-hour drive.
It might have been more than the first hour.
Yeah.
It could have been 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Shots now 15-0 in favor of Hudson. Approach the final stages of period number 1. Breckenmeyer throwing it in for the Raiders, but now Torres plays it the other way for the Wildcats. He gets around a defender, now tries to center. It comes out to the blue line. That was a shot from Marcus Thundercloud that hit a lot of stuff. Another shot for the Wildcats. That's blocked by the defense. And back into the corner it goes, where Breckenmeyer retreats for the Raiders. Meyer working with Harry Ross over there for the Raiders. Ross throws it out, but right in the glove of Monticelli. And we're in the final minute of period number 1. A period dominated by Hudson, except on the scoreboard. That's a long pass off the boards. That'll be an icing.
Again, one of the few defensive zone faceoffs for Hudson in a first period that's been all theirs. They credit the Wildcats with a shot on goal now in the for 16 minutes and 20 seconds, or 16 minutes, 10 seconds of it.
Face off to the right of Aiden Tepper-Eng. Hudson trying to get one more good rush in before the period ends. Giblin tried to carry it in, but got bumped off the puck. Now here's Hudson with a steal and a chance. Oh, great block there. That was Marcus Thundercloud, the defenseman for the Wildcats, making a play.
Yeah, U-School's done a nice job blocking shots in support of their goaltender. Their D's been pretty good.
There's McGregor. He's been kind of quiet so far. Looked to center, but hit a Hudson skate. Back we come with Max Giblin. Trying to push it ahead to Matt Maurer. Now here comes Hudson with a chance. Oh, that was a good opportunity for Mears. Still loose, and now Polston covers up again. Some pushing and shoving. That's Matt Maurer in the middle of it for Hudson. Marcus Thundercloud and Jack McGregor there for U-School.
We're going to get penalties out of that pushing match. Here's what happened. Wiseman acted like they're going to be penalties.
Yeah,
the referees didn't, but the linesman sure thought so. Here's the mini scrum afterwards. But no penalties assessed. Linesman sure thought there was penalty.
Yeah, I thought there might have been, but no dice. Off the face-off, Polston in. Lost it for just a split second, but then covered.
And that was scoreless first period in 1 second.
There's the horn. Well, shots on goal. It's a nice stat, but doesn't do you much good on the scoreboard. So, Broke, if you're University School of Milwaukee, how do you feel about that first period?
Well, you can't feel good. They just didn't possess the puck much. I mean, and when they did get in the zone, Hudson did a marvelous job of keeping them to the outside. I mean, they didn't have a quality shot against that guy. But, again, Hudson just keeps coming at you. They got so much depth. Their line's pretty good 1 through 4, and defensively, they're everything is advertised. So, but I mean, you survive the first period. I mean, you got time to take a deep breath and say, hey, it's this. Look at the scoreboard. Zip, zip. And McGregor's a proven goal scorer. They got to figure out a way to sustain a forecheck, establish something offensively.
Well, we'll see if they can do that. We'll resurface and be back for the start of the second period in just a few moments. You're watching the 2022 WIA State Hockey Tournament on the NFHS Network.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Wisconsin. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the WIAA.
Giblin, but the pass was behind him, and now Dietz has to retreat into his own end for Hudson. Long lead for Matt Maurer. He runs into traffic at the blue line. Now the battle for the puck continues. Coming away with his Kokendorfer. Kokendorfer gains the zone, but now he's double teamed by the Wildcats. Maurer in the corner. Wildcats had it for a second, but then Dietz recovers for Hudson. Maurer tries to chase it down, but the Wildcats get there first. Now Strappin leading that second line for Hudson. He's battling for the puck. And then retreating Michael Kennedy for the Wildcats. Just underway, second period. You see the shots, 16-1 in favor of Hudson, but neither team has scored yet. Gregor tried to make something happen, but couldn't. Now Strappin the other way. He gives the puck back to the Wildcats. Played there by Sam Anderson. Throws it ahead from McGregor, but first on the scene is Ben Parent, the defenseman for Hudson.
And again, U School just can't get anything going.
That hops into the Hudson bench, so we'll have a face-off.
I believe they've had the puck in the offensive zone in the first minute 35 of this period.
Hudson averages 5.17 goals per game. So typically those opportunities are going in the net, but so far not today, thanks in large part to Michael Polston, goaltender for USM. Here's Max Giblin forcing the issue. Oh, he looked to pass it off the stick of Reese Richardson. Now Richardson controls again. He'll get it out to Dietz at the blue line. They'll swing it over to Giblin. Giblin has a wrister that goes in front of the net. I think that was blocked by Harry Ross. Or no, check that. Braden Hess for Hudson got in the way of that one from Giblin. And the USM Cats try to turn it around. Edwards threw it in, but threw it in with an icing.
Look at two pretty good defensemen there, and Giblin and Dietz. Again, Giblin's a good-sized kid that wants to play. Dietz is just a sophomore. Does he have good genes? His mother, Karen Bai, was remember the 1998 gold medal winning team, first one ever for the U.S. to win a gold medal at the Olympics. Conducted in the NFHS Hall of Fame last summer. She's in the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame. She went in with our friend Jeff Sauer and former Badger Brian Rafalski a few years back. And Brody's father, Cal Dietz, I don't know if Cal's here or if he's back in the Twin Cities, because he's a strength coach for both the men's and women's hockey teams at the University of Minnesota.
How about that?
So Brody Dietz got a chance to be a pretty good hockey player. Again, he's just a sophomore. He skates well.
Oh, one-time shot. They score! Carter Mears one times at home, and Hudson finally breaks through with a goal.
Mears had 2 goals in the championship game a year ago, and he breaks the scoreless tie, shooting off the pass, 2:45 into the second period. And finally, after outshooting the Wildcats 16-1, Hudson has something to show for it.
Matt Maurer passed it from the far boards, and Mears put it home. You see that sign that somebody made? Cheers for Mears.
They've done that 22 times this year after he scored a goal. But nice one-timer from the slot, and Polston had no chance.
Well, you just had the feeling at some point one of those Hudson opportunities would click, and it does, and a beautiful goal it is as Maurer sets up Mears. Bauer gets the only assist at 2:45. McGregor, pass intercepted by Strappin. Now right back to the sophomore forward. Here's McGregor. Shot it wide. Puck rebounds over to the other side to William Guy for the Wildcats. Now USM trying to put some pressure on and make something happen offensively to try and get back to a tie.
First time really were establish a forecheck at all. It didn't last long, but they were down here for a bit.
Yep. Michael Kennedy retreats for the Wildcats. He's in a battle with Hess for the puck for Hudson. That one jumped out of the zone for a second, but then the Wildcats controlled it, so everything was okay. Now we're back onside. Mike Maurer took a hit for Hudson. Raiders pressing the issue again. Now Reese Richardson, the center of this third line, shoots one wide. It'll spin all the way up to the blue line. And Parent and Breckenmeyer are now the defensive pair out there for the Raiders. Oh, backhanded shot once, twice. Maurer couldn't get it by Polston. It's knocked behind the goal line, kept in the zone by Parent. And ready to gather it again is Breckenmeyer for Hudson. Carter Mears, who scored the goal, chips it in for the Raiders. That one's off the dasher. Now the Wildcats have to get it out of trouble right in front of their net. They finally do. But again, Hudson making life very difficult for the Wildcats right now. As Maurer comes in, a whistle stops play, with Hudson leading 1-0.
And again, oftentimes the shots on goal are misleading. They're not in this game. It has been that one-sided. Face-off will come outside.
So Hudson has only one shot on goal credited in the period, and worked out pretty well for him. Already 5 minutes into the second period. 1-0 Raiders. And Lucy made it behind the net. Here's McGregor on the far boards working. Hudson intercepts. Now the Wildcats take control, but Hudson gets it right back. Vokendorfer with some nice stick work. Now here comes Carson Strappin. Can't get anything going on the play, and McGregor heads the other way for USM. You get the feeling that every time McGregor gets the puck, there's going to be 2 or 3 white sweaters near him.
And again, the fact they played before, I think Hudson knows U School pretty well. And
Chance for Alex Potrat, stopped by Polston once. Rebound comes out to Dietz. Dietz throws it in, and heavy traffic, but Polston able to stop it.
Both attempts offered up a rebound, but Hudson couldn't convert. Here's the flurry again. There's the first save. They keep whacking at it, and we'll get another shot here, and yet another one. So Polston, again, coming up big. And I think they shortchanged him on the number of shots in that flurry. But Polston giving his team a chance.
Potratz, Dietz, Ross was in there. Whole bunch of guys.
Polston's a 3-year guy, we told you earlier. He's 5'9", 160 pounds, and he's the reason U School still got a chance in the semifinal game.
Also, varsity lacrosse player at USM as well.
You got a lot of lacrosse guys.
Yeah.
And that's a growing sport. A lot of hockey players play lacrosse, both to keep in shape and because of the hand-eye coordination involved in both sports.
2 minutes.
Oh, we had a penalty here.
I think in that skirmish around the net, there was a...
That's Marcus Thundercloud getting 2 minutes.
So for the second time, Hudson will go on the power play.
There's Dietz and Giblin at the blue line. That's a pretty good place to start. Here's Giblin. Swing it over for Mears. Giblin will let one fly. And a couple of Hudson players in front trying to tip. Polston has kept it out so far, and he will, but not out. Dietz. Giblin. Score! Boy, there were a lot of skates and sticks in the way. But Hudson gets the second goal. It's 2-0.
I think it'll get credited to Carter Mears again. Mears was in front, I think, redirected Giblin's drive, and the power play goal gives Hudson a 2-0 lead, 6-11 or 6-13 into the second period. Here's Giblin winding up for the center point. Definitely hits traffic. And we'll see who gets credited with it on the tip. Either Maurer or Mears.
Mears was celebrating like it was his, so we'll see what the official ruling is, but didn't take long for Hudson on that power play to make it 2-0. Okay, they give it to Matt Maurer. So Giblin, who took the initial shot, gets the assist. So does Dietz. He gets a helper as well. And Matt Maurer credited with the goal.
17th goal of the year for Maurer, the first line left wing. So both wingers on the first line for Hudson have the goals, and the Raiders are in charge.
Well, the psyche of USM certainly had to have changed. They were, after one period, they're like, hey, I know a lot has happened, but we're still tied scoreless. But now they're suddenly down 2-0, and the shots keep on coming for the Raiders. There's Giblin with a fancy move. That one nearly snuck in and rebounded off a player in front. Giblin gets it back. He'll push it forward looking for Alex Potretz. Harry Ross now joins the play for the Raiders. Hudson just keeps pushing forward. Looking to get it out to Dietz at the blue line. He'll let one fly. That was Strappin looking for the tip in front, but now the pass was touched, so no icing will be the call, and Tepper plays.
That's about the only way U-School gets the puck in the offensive zone.
Another chance for Mears. He had a little too much steam and was bothered by a Wildcat, so the play wasn't quite successful, but another forward-moving opportunity for Hudson. USM credited with only one shot still.
They haven't got a shot on goal this period. 7-0 in the shot this period after Hudson outshot him, 15-1 in the first period.
Hudson able to clear here, and that will be an icing. Carter Mears and Matthew Maurer have the goals for the Hudson Raiders.
His game is also available for all subscribers via our mobile website. Log on to the NFHSnetwork.com. Your smartphone or tablet, view live games or replays from anywhere.
Matthew Maurer, who scored that last goal, the leading scorer for Hudson this year. First team all-conference, first team all-state. Older brother Mike, we mentioned, playing on the third line. Matt with number 14, Mike with number 15. Here's Matt with the puck. Hard work by Matt Maurer, but that play was offside.
Matt would like to correct you. He's the older brother.
Oh, my bad.
I'm going to say the third line winger is a freshman. There's a look at Matthew.
There we go. I look at my dog sometimes and say one of the kids' names, you know. Get confused all the time on this stuff.
Matt, I'm sure Matthew would be happy to correct you.
I would imagine, yeah, right. Reese Richardson tried to push it ahead for Hudson. Now Tepper Eng will stick it and leave it for his teammate Ben Parent. 2-0 Hudson. A couple of goals here in the second period. Broken stick on the ice, causing a little discomfort. USM. Yeah, boy, it's just Hudson's puck possession continues. Malusi tried to make something happen. Now here's McGregor. Once again, as soon as he touches the puck, there's a Hudson Raider or two right there. Oliver Schroeder bothering. Wow.
There's the best chance of the day for U-School on their wraparound.
Spinning attempt by McGregor. Malusi joins the play. There's Thundercloud. But coming away with it is Hudson. Mike Maurer.
That was the best offensive shift of the game for U-School. And they nearly need a goal.
Yes. 6:50 left. Second period. First and two boys Division I semifinals here at Alliant Energy Center in Madison. Oh, look at that move by Giblin. Well, he got it right back. Got a shot off right in front of the goalie Polston. And again, the Wildcat netminder has to come up big. Well, Giblin made a little jumping move and then got the puck back and had a great opportunity.
Yeah, he's very impressive. And he takes the pass, a return pass, and gets off a point-blank drive at Giblin, or excuse me, at Polston, who's now got 25 saves. And we've got 23 and a half minutes to play.
Yeah, Matt Maurer was right there on the doorstep, but Polston didn't corral that rebound. Yesterday, Rice Lake beat Lakeland Union 3-1. It was St. Mary's Springs 4-1 over Baldwin Woodville St. Croix Central. So the Division II championship tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. It's going to be Rice Lake against St. Mary's Springs.
Springs, the only team to ever win a Division II championship. They've done it the last 2 years. Rice Lake's in the state title game for the first time since 1980. That's when it was one division. Rice Lake got the contingent here yesterday. They were pretty fired up. I'll bet they will again tomorrow at 9:30.
Well, that Big Rivers Conference, man. Those are the big boys of hockey.
Yeah, Hudson plays in that conference.
A couple of Eau Claire schools had big years. Rice Lake, of course. Girls final tomorrow. Well, the semifinals, Onalaska surprised top-seeded Xavier 3-1 yesterday. Central Wisconsin Storm a 4-1 winner. So Onalaska and Central Wisconsin Storm will go at it around 12, well, just a little after noon tomorrow here at the Alliant Energy Center. Games available statewide on Quincy Media Television Network. Long-time partners of the WIAA state championships.
Another ice is that U School sent it down the rink and hoped that Carinas could make a play, but he couldn't get the puck before it crossed the line. We'll go to the other end for the face-off. To the left of the U School goaltender. And Michael Polston has been a big, busy boy. Giving his team a chance, though. They're still in this hockey game.
They've got to find a way to get some chances. Let's see what this rush does. Malusi throws it past by. Oh, funny bounce off the boards, and Tepper Ang has to make a stop. A couple of Wildcats were right on the doorstep, and Ang alertly jumped on it to create a face-off.
Well, Malusi's an honorable mention all-stater. He got in the zone, just dumped it in, and then tried to win a race the puck. It took a crazy bounce, which you'll see a lot at this building, and right to the goal mouth, and they are hesitant, I guess, to give U School any credit for shots on goal, but boy.
Come on now.
Anyway, Tepper Ang covered up and caused the stoppage in the face-off to his right.
Now here comes Alex Patras. He has Carson Strappin with him, and Patras shoots and scores! 3-0 Hudson. The floodgates have opened.
Now, Patras, as you said in the first period, has played pretty well, and he comes down, scores his 11th goal of the year, a shot from the left circle, and as you say, the dam is kind of broke here. He just comes down in top of the circle and beats the goaltender who's played so well. He beats him cleanly, and now with 11:39 gone in the second period, Hudson has a 3-goal lead.
Patras had Carson Strappin to his right, but I think it was a good decision because Strappin suddenly had a defender right behind him. It looked like a pretty clean 2-on-1 with nice recovery by the Wildcats to at least prevent Strappin, but they couldn't stop Patras, and so 3 goals in the second period have turned everything in Hudson's favor.
Nice shot by Patras.
Yeah.
Hudson's goal was scored by number 10, Alex Patras. The assists go to
Hudson's not going to take the foot off the accelerator, you got to figure. And they come right back, and Polston forced to make another stop.
Harry Ross and Brecken Meyer get assists on Patras' 11th goal of the year.
So the top line has a couple goals. The second line now has a goal. And you see some of the depth. And like you say, we've seen a lot of guys for Hudson on the ice today. So got to figure they're going to stay pretty fresh. Giblin, rebound loose, and finally pushed to the corner. Another chance for Hudson. Another funny bounce off the glass. Centering pass just behind Gannon Blazer, so the fourth line now out there for Hudson. And one skipped in with Braden Hess, who's joining a couple of those fourth line forwards. Well, Blazer centering. It's Mears. He's out there now. He's one of the goal scorers. And another opportunity there. Long shot off the stick of Dietz, gloved by Michael Polston.
Edgewood and Notre Dame are both in the house watching this game intently. They play about 12:15, 12:30 in our second semifinal. Both would like to think they'll play tomorrow. And it appears Hudson's punching their ticket to the final. We all know we have a ways to go, but as you see with the shots on goal, U-School just hadn't been able to do anything at all offensively.
Yep. The evidence is there. There's Maurer. Parent from the blue line. That hit a wildcat and then controlled by Monticelli for USM. Malusi gains the zone. Here's McGregor. Great pass. Oh, and a shot attempt by Monticelli. Rockets over the top.
Well,
and now into the crowd.
Point blank drive, and he just missed the net.
Yep.
Certainly one of the better scoring opportunities of the afternoon for U-School.
Nice feed by McGregor.
Yeah, and a nice diagonal pass, and there he's got him goaltender down, and he shoots the puck over the net and out of play. But that might have been the best scoring opportunity for the Wildcats today. And again, they barely need a goal. You get one here, you're within two. And as you've always heard, Coach Sauer used to always tell us a 2-goal lead is the most dangerous in hockey. I never understood that. But I always nodded knowingly, like, and you've got 600 or 700 wins or whatever. Who am I to question you?
2-goal lead's the worst, and the goaltender always went down too early.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And have pizza and beer after the game.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, pretty good. It was a pretty good way to go about it.
We miss Coach Sauer dearly at this event.
No kidding. I always remember when he was getting ready for a broadcast, got hit with a puck up here behind the goal.
You know, for all his wins and all the great games and players we've seen in this tournament, it's funny, I've had 3 different people now mention that to me as their favorite state tournament memory.
Yeah, so Coach Sauer gets hit by a puck up, we're up above the goal.
Between games. We're watching warm-up.
And then so he got hit pretty good.
Yeah, he did.
And Dr. Connie Andrengo, physician at the time for the tournament, he stitched him up. And,
between games, between the benches, he stitched him up.
And he did not miss a play, did he?
Well,
he
missed a couple minutes.
He didn't miss a game.
But why he even did the second game, as his eye was swollen shut before my eyes. My color man could only see out of one eye, but he was a gamer.
Yeah, his color was black and blue.
It definitely was. But yeah, for those of us who are here, it is amazing that we all remember that as
rebound, the Petrus. And now the
goal comes
goal
off
came
mooring,
loose, but
so
Petrus looking for another goal.
the U-School player down. I think he's okay. At least Polston, the goaltender, finally going to go attend to his teammate for that.
I think it's Marcus Thundercloud, the defender, slow to get up. Number 19.
Redirect there. Polston with the save, and then Thundercloud's Thundercloud's defense partner comes in and just smokes.
Well, I think it was a chain. I think it might have been a chain reaction here. Yeah, boom, boom. And Strappin was the guy who hit Thundercloud, but Marcus is up, thankfully, and trying to get his bearings again.
The ball as well.
Hudson's lead is 3-0 with now under 3 minutes left in the period. Hess up front. Parent. Cross-ice pass intended from Meyer. Never got there. Wildcats go the other way. Let's see if something can happen here as Landon Edwards, and I'll check that. That was Christian Ford trying to make something happen. It was a Pushed by Axel Moe toward the goal, and Tepperang saw it all the way and didn't have any difficulty with that.
Yeah, he couldn't get much mustard on that shot. I don't think it was on net anyway. But Tepperang, that's where we are. That's where Jeff took the puck to the eye as well. But
yeah, the memories live on here.
and then that story, John Spencer is now the on-site coordinator. The next day brought up a goalie mask for Jeff to wear when we did the second day of the tournament. Coach Sauer did not wear it for long. But,
yeah, I'll bet he really appreciated
it.
that.
It was a thought that counts.
Oh, wraparound attempt there. Beauty by Brody Dietz. Great play. Didn't quite finish it, but what an effort. Now Giblin. Back out to Mears. Let one fly. That's deflected. Now Mauer tries one. Polston trying to lock it up, but can't. So the play continues. Mauer battling for Hudson. Now here's Strappen.
And the barrage continues on Polston.
So, a little give and go, but nothing was doing for Hudson there. But yeah, the Raiders just keep forcing the issue.
Polston now is at 15 saves in each of the first two periods. U School had one shot in each of the first two periods.
Too early to go to the record book? I don't think we're near it. Let's see. 69 is the record?
Wow. Yeah, I don't think Polston's going to get to that.
Most saves in a game, 52 by Garrett Larson.
He's going to be busy for the next 2 minutes as U School takes a penalty here. That's going to be Nuneg.
Too many men on the ice, so Nuneg will serve that penalty.
So a bench penalty on U School. Third power play for Hudson. They're 1 for 2 so far in the afternoon.
This is Meyer. Meyer gets it back. Little two-man game right now between Meyer and Hess. Now Ross with it. Long shot, Polston. That's going to land on top of the net and stay up there. So the play will stop because of it.
You mentioned it's a tough game to play for the Hudson goaltender. You got to think Polston is really jacked up as busy as he's been.
Minute and a half left on the power play. Hudson trying to add to a 3-0 advantage. Now down to 40 seconds left in the period, so that power play will spill into the third period unless the Raiders convert. Great cross-ice pass, tough shot. Poston held his ground. That was Brody Dietz who came up to the face-off circle and fired a rocket that Poston saw and handled.
Nice pass by Kokendorfer, though. Got the pass through the box here. Over McGuire didn't think that was so good, but Dietz had pinched, gets off a point-blank drive. Polston again makes the save.
Now 30 seconds left in the period. Here's Giblin. Well, I'll take Giblin and Dietz at the blue line anytime, huh? Now here's a chance for Mauer. He tried to go between his legs, and the rebound finally cleared by USM.
Yeah, they got that power play. 1-3-1, and Dietz in the wing shooting. Giblin runs the power play.
And that'll do it for the second period. What a second period for the Hudson Raiders. Goals from Carter Mears, Matthew Mauer, and Alex Potritz. 3-0 Hudson. Well, we wondered how long USM could withstand the storm, and the storm kept coming. Hudson Raiders are sitting pretty right now, 3-0.
Yeah, again, U School with only one shot on goal in the period. There's the goal by Mears, which broke the scoreless tie. Giblin here with the shot deflected in front by Mauer on a power play. And here's the third one, a nice wrister by Potratz. They get 3 goals Well, they go at 2, 6, and 11-minute mark into the period, and Hudson's in charge, 3-0 as they attempt to defend their Division I state championship.
They're the number 1 seed for a reason. 3-0 Hudson through 2. We'll resurface the ice. Be back for the third period in just a few moments. You're watching the 2022 WIA State Hockey Championships on the NFHS Network. Back for the third period. Hudson leading University School of Milwaukee 3-0. Bill Brophy and Jay Wilson with you on the NFHS Network. And
Hudson on a power play to start the final session. You see the shots on goal. 36-1 in the first 2 periods.
Well, Corbin McGuire gave one of the all-time great speeches here, because I don't know what in the world you could say, because Hudson's been so dominant in every phase.
Well, first you got to kill off this penalty.
Right. Yep, baby steps. Quick shot. Goes off the stick of Giblin that goes wide, but Hudson gains his own. Giblin gets it right back. Giblin lets it fly. It's Matt Maurer parked in front of the net, but Wildcats clear.
Hudson now 1 for 3 in the power play today.
And that will end the power play. So it remains 3-0. Oh, there was a rebound chance as Nunag was in front of the net, but now sent back to the other end, and Hudson relieves the pressure with an icing.
There was a chance for Hudson. Excuse me, for U-School. Teperang offered up a rebound, and U-School couldn't convert. Again, they've had 1 shot on goal in each of the first 2 periods. They just matched that in the first 63 seconds of this final session.
Here come the Raiders again. Strappin sends it down. Harry Ross gives a chase. Ross blocked the pass attempt. Didn't realize the puck was right in front of him, and that gave the Wildcats a chance to recover. And now Ross gets it again. Relentless work by Harry Ross for Hudson. Shot from the point. Potratz tried to tip it, but couldn't get it. Now Potratz in the corner. Hudson continues to work hard and move that puck. Look at the moves by Ross. He's going to drop it back for Strappin, but Strappin went the other way. Now Strappin does gain control. Circling around, rebound in front is Potratz, but Polston kept that out of the way and gets it out of trouble to center. Shots continue to pile up for Hudson. Reckenmeyer now controlling it for the Raiders.
Well, you're just playing keep away with U-School. I mean, U-School just hasn't possessed the puck. We don't get the metrics that, the NHL and college teams have, the time of possession of the pucks. But, U-School just hasn't touched the puck much. And obviously hasn't generated any type of offensive pressure.
U-School's been averaging 3.65 goals a game. They were second place in the Classic 8 conference behind the Waukesha North Co-op. There's some rare action for Teperang as he sticks one off the back wall and into the glove it goes.
Again, when these schools played earlier, Hudson beat U-School 6-1. So I don't think there's a lot of surprises. Looking ahead to tomorrow, and it does look like Hudson will be playing tomorrow. They have played both Edgewood and Notre Dame. They opened the season with a 7-2 win over Edgewood. And they also beat Notre Dame 5-0.
And they also swept Rice Lake, which will play for the Division II title, 4-0 and 5-2 during the regular season of the Big Rivers Conference. Here comes Carter Mears. Shot blocked initially by Thundercloud. Mears got it back and got another attempt off. Now here's a point-blank shot, and they score! Max Giblin puts it in to make it 4-0 Hudson.
12th goal of the year for the All-State defenseman. And he had an assist earlier, and he gets the first goal of the third period for the Raiders.
Now Max Giblin, boy, he had a clear shot, and he converted.
Between the circles, nice shot. He's an impressive defender.
Experienced fourth-year man for the Hudson Raiders. Matthew Maurer gets an assist, and that will be the only assist on the Max Giblin goal.
So Matt Maurer now with a goal and an assist for the top-ranked Raiders. And you mentioned it earlier. They've had that designation most of the season. And their only loss to a Wisconsin opponent was again a Big Rivers game. You mentioned Eau Claire North beat them 3-2 in overtime.
Champions of the Big Rivers, as we said. Sixth trip to state in the last 7 years for Hudson. And they appear to be well on the way to returning to the state title game. So Carter Mears and Matthew Maurer, Alex Pontretz, and Max Giblin are the goal scorers for Hudson so far. And the Raiders still with a lot of spring in their step. Here's Jack McGregor. Again, he runs into a couple of Raiders defenders and really can't gain much ground toward the Hudson net. No icing will be called. In fact, it doesn't get to the goal line. So from goalie Michael Polston, it's Malusi flipping it into the Hudson end. Raiders try to break out, and denied there by Marcus Thundercloud, the defenseman for the Wildcats. Now here's Maurer. Maurer tried to feed it to Kuckendorfer, Had a shot there. Kuckendorfer gets it back. Boy, look at the Raiders passing that puck. Maurer back out for Dietz. Kuckendorfer was trying to get a tip. Centering pass to Mears goes through everybody. And now the Wildcats finally get some breathing room. Giblin bigs it right back. Giblin, look at the moves. Giblin with a shot off the outside of the goal. Now Pontretz steals it. Thundercloud plays it for the Wildcats and goes to the body to take on Maurer for the moment. Back it comes to the blue line. That's Parent. And the shot is stopped by Polston.
He was strapping right on the doorstep. Hudson looking for their sixth state title. Talk about superior. For this generation, Hudson's got a chance to become that perennial team to beat. They won titles in 01, 04, back-to-back in 2017 and 18, and they won last year. Again, it's a growing community with a thriving youth hockey program. It 70 kids in their high school program. We got 10 seniors on this team, so they'll lose some players, but
we've got some coming up too.
We got 8 seniors on.
And another score. This time it's Harry Ross with the tally. It's 5-0 Hudson.
And they just keep coming at you in waves. And Ross, a second-line winger, joins the scoring parade. Time of his goal is 5:29. Leave Malone at front and picks up the loose change.
Carson Strappin with the feed to Ross. And you talked about the depth of Hudson. 5 goals, 5 different scorers.
Raiders goal was scored by number 13, Harry Ross. Assist goes to number 17, Carson Strappin. Time to go 5 minutes.
So Ross from Strappin.
Here they come again.
And another great move there. That's Blazer. And some pushing and shoving. Whistle stop play.
There's a fourth-line left wing that made that move and that rush.
He's only a sophomore, so you talked about the future of Hudson hockey. It's a pretty good hand starting with Gannon Blazer.
High school sports fans never miss another game. Become a subscriber to the NFHS Network to watch live event coverage, game replays, and highlights from high school sporting events from across the country. Millions of athletes, thousands of games, one destination. It's the NFHSnetwork.com. High school happens here. And it'll happen next weekend when the girls' state basketball tournament occurs in Green Bay at the Resch Center, and 2 weeks from now when the Kohl Center in Madison hosts the boys' state tournament. And you can watch gymnastics. I know you're planning to do that after we conclude here, but the state gymnastics event going on in your hometown of Wisconsin Rapids. Our friend Tom Shafransky on the pommel horse right now, making sure it's safe for the participants. And they'll be on the NFHS Network if you care to watch.
Tom will be in the WIA staff competition, which he has won quite regularly since no one else enters. And here we go, final 11 minutes of our first boys Division I semifinal. Penalty coming up as Ben Malusi took a run at one of the Hudson players. Or is it going to be Marcus Thundercloud?
I think it's
Thundercloud.
Yeah.
Malusi had a hit, but Thundercloud's the one that's going to get the penalty. Oh, no, they are going to take Malusi. Yeah, Thundercloud was the guy protesting the official. But Malusi's going to be the guy that goes to the box.
So, fourth penalty of the day for U School. Hudson's converted one of the free power play chances. And you saw the penalty, you judge yourself. It's a roughing call. I think it was a good call.
Yeah. So here we go, another Hudson power play. This is Breckenmeyer. Alex Patras, he scored one of the 5 Hudson goals, Patras. One-time shot there by Strappen. Patras battles for the rebound. Back to Strappen, he'll try it again. That one hit a defenseman in front. Another shot from Hudson. That one came from Breckenmeyer off the glass behind the goal. Tip attempt there by Patras, and Polston held his ground and made another solid save.
And as you can see, Polston is now up to 39 saves. If anything, that's undercounting.
Right? Well, inflation, it's running rampant.
Yeah. It hasn't run rampant on the shots on goal side for USM, I've noticed.
It's anti-inflation, I guess. Here's Mauer, Matt Mauer. And now the net comes off, and we'll have to secure it, and then the Hudson power play will continue with still a minute 14 remaining.
Polston's thing else, so why shouldn't he help the referee put the goals back, pegs back in the right place?
Kokendorfer faces off against McGregor. And a whistle stopped us. I don't know if it's quite back where it needs to be the goal, so we'll adjust it one more time.
Shots are 8-0, make it now 9-0. They must have heard me questioning their shots on goal count.
You're a powerful voice in the world of hockey.
Shots are now 9-0 for Hudson in this third period.
1:09 in the power play for Hudson. Here's Mauer feeding Mears. And well done by Jack McGregor to stop that Hudson push. One more time for the Raiders on this power play, but that one's offside as Kokendorfer carried it in ahead of the play.
28 seconds left in the power play. Dave Strurisky, the coach, would like to see his special teams unit get another one here. Have some confidence going into the title game tomorrow. This is an impressive team. Talking to Vic Levine, the former Madison Memorial coach who's won a lot of state championships. He's as impressed as anybody at the depth and the way Hudson plays.
Here's Giblin again working the power play. Over to his defensive buddy Gates. Here's Matt Mauer getting the puck back off the stick of Michael Kennedy for USM, but then the Wildcats get it out of trouble.
But they're disciplined, they're fundamentally sound. Again, they just haven't let the Wildcats touch the puck. Shots on goal reflect that. But they haven't taken a penalty.
There's Mike Maurer. He took a big hit. That was from Christian Ford of the Wildcats. Final seconds of the power play, and it looks like USM will get out unscathed. Although here comes one more rush from Ben Parent. Well, he was cut off at the pass because one of his guys was offside. So that ends the power play with the score still 5-0 Hudson. Kennedy tried to throw it ahead for Jack Tornes. Again, only 2 shots on goal on the board for USM. .8:20 left. Now Michael Kennedy plays it for the Wildcats. There's McGregor. All he can do is bounce it off the board, and played right back in by Oliver Schroeder. So a lot of Hudson Raiders are getting some ice time. Brady Gilbert, the 4th line center's out there, number 5 for Hudson. Here comes Ryland Schultz. He's the other wing on that 4th line. Harry Ross flips it toward the net. Puck bounces in the air, now taken by Meyer. He'll let a shot go that's wide. He'll carry him all the way out to center, where Dietz will recover for Hudson. Dietz 1-on-3. Poke checked away nicely by the Wildcats. But that's going to be a high stick. And we have 7:22 left. 3rd period, 5-0 Hudson.
They do not keep a record for the fewest shots on goal in a game, but I got to think, you got to go back to the Hero and Mark Johnson played. And before Picklebeen was coaching a Memorial, to have his one side of the game is it.
Goal scorers for Hudson: Carter Mears, Matthew Maurer, Alex Potretz, Max Giblin, Harry Ross. 5-0.
And coming up next, Edgewood of Madison against Notre Dame of Green Bay. What ought to be a fun hockey game. Both those teams go up and down, and they can score.
They can put the puck in the net.
And a lot of stars in that game for both squads. So look forward to that one, which is scheduled to get underway around 12:15 or 12:20 that neighborhood. And it appears Hudson will advance to the title game tomorrow to take on the survivor of our second semifinal.
Yeah, they'll give either Edgewood or Notre Dame quite a test. Hudson should. But the challenge for Edgewood and Notre Dame is to get there first. Don't look ahead to what will be a big challenge in the championship game. Got to get there. Here's Brecken Meyer. He'll flip it up in the air. Polston catches it like a center fielder and hands it over to his defenseman, Ethan Gurney. Long lead pass for Nunag. He's in his first year of hockey. Mateo Nunag, the freshman at USM. For Hudson, Reese Richardson. He's their 3rd line center. Now on the stick of Braden Hess. He was looking for Richardson.
Davis Drewski playing some of his 3rd and 4th line guys. He knows they got to play back-to-back games, so rest the big guns. This is the 3rd pair of defensemen out there as well. Oliver Schroeder and Noah Flanagan, some ice time for the Raiders.
Well, here's Hess. There's a shot from Glazer that is stopped. And a penalty coming up.
5th penalty of the day on U School.
It's like Sam Anderson, the guilty party.
A little frustration, I think, starting to come out of the Wildcats. They're conferring as whether this is going to be more than 2. And there you see the hit. In fact, the dangerous play. It's the Hudson player hit his neck and head against the boards.
And that was Braden Hess going up against the boards for Hudson. The officials discussing.
They're discussing at center ice whether it'll be 2 or 5, and let's see if Hudson will play the rest of the game with a 5-minute power play. Nope, it's going to be a 2-minute minor.
So Anderson, the freshman wing, gets the penalty for charging. Hudson right back in the power play. They've got one power play goal today from Matthew Maurer. Wildcats still showing some fight here, even though they're down 5-0. Just like that, the Raiders turn it the other way. Centering pass. Oh, they were looking for Meyer to get it back from Strappin. The Raiders keep buzzing. Meyer shooting. They score again. Meyer took the shot. It's another score for Hudson. It is 6-0.
So, second power play goal, I was going to say, right before you shot, one aspect of the game Derwiski you'd like to see is probably at that power play quick. They're not 2 for 5, and that makes everybody feel better if you're a Hudson fan. But there's a shot. Does Poltrak have a piece of it? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
So Breckenmeyer, the defenseman, gets the goal. He's just a sophomore, and the route is on. We're going to play running time for the final 5:08, barring a U school goal.
Okay, so Meyer does get credit for the goal. Harry Ross gets the assist. The clock, as Gross said, is rolling with the 6-goal advantage.
2 assists for Ross to go with a goal.
And we are now into rookie time.
They've got their seniors, but Ross is a sophomore. Patrick's and Strappin are juniors. You look at Mike Maurer, a freshman.
Dietz is
Dietz
a sophomore.
And Breckenmeyer, who just scored, as a sophomore.
And the goaltender, whose name you never mentioned today, is a sophomore.
He might get a little more work as a junior, but today's not the day, is it? 6-0.
Teperang has not had a save in the third period. He had 1 in each of the first 2 periods.
Well, they'll be fresh for tomorrow.
Hudson with 3 goals in the second, 3 here in the third. And as you pointed out, 6 different goal scorers for this very deep, fundamentally sound Raiders team.
You know, it's rare when a starting goaltender doesn't have to take a shower after the game, but it might be the day. Net came off again. I don't know if anybody saw it. No, well, they'll just reset it while play continues. So we press on. Now down to 3:25 remaining before Hudson locks up his date in the state championship game in Boys Division I.
And again, the clock does not stop. Oh, I guess we're stopping for a TV timeout. We've got a goaltender change here. Or I take that back. That's Teperang right there.
Yep.
He's just trying to work up a sweat so he can take a shower. But he has not been very busy today, but he's a good one. And as you say, he may get tested tomorrow when either Edgewood or Notre Dame Academy will take on Hudson for the state championship.
We're not recommending he doesn't shower because hygiene never takes a day off. So.
Life lesson from Jay.
Yeah. Okay, again, the timeout continues, and soon we'll be back to action, and very quickly this game will be wrapped up with the running clock.
Big fan of Truman Sears, who didn't dress for this game.
I'm looking at my roster looking for Zers, and there he is way down there.
Yeah, but he's got his fans.
He's in the unavailable scratch category today.
And running time, so clock will not stop unless there's a goal, and if should U School score, we would leave running time. Polston now with 43 saves, and he's certainly been the star of the game. He gave his team a chance, but finally the dam broke when Hudson scored 3 goals in each of the second and third period.
Look at number 9 for Hudson. You know what that is? That's Truman Zersh. Yeah, he's listed as an unavailable scratch on the lineup card. Yeah. Old Truman's out there, so that's why the fan club was so excited. Yeah.
First playing with Ryland Schultz, fourth line.
You see the clock continuing to roll now. Now we will have a stoppage. No, I think that was a mistake.
I don't know why that would have been.
Well, shot from a tough angle by Blazer, trying to flip one in. No, there's a rebound that hit a couple sticks, and Braden Hess almost got goal number 7 for Hudson. Down to a minute 50. Noah Flatham is in the...
Be the 7th appearance for Hudson tomorrow in the title game. We told you about their championship years. They were also the runner-up in 16, but they'll be in the title game now for the second year in a row. And the 5th time since 2016. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's okay.
Brooks Lockwood got this program off and running. Brooks stepped aside, and Davis Duriski took over 2 years ago. But they got her going. Again, it's a pretty good youth program. Talk about Karnby and what she did in women's hockey. She coaches both the boys and the girls in that program.
Final minute. And Polston still has some work to do as he makes another stop.
Well, he's going to finish with 45, barring a shot in the last 43 seconds. I don't think either coach is in a real hurry to put out or to make a line change here as the clock continues to run.
Well, 45 gets him in the top 5 totals of all time. And 52 from Garrett Larson of Waukesha North Co-op 2019. The all-time record, 52 saves in Division I at state.
But Polston was good. His team just really didn't have a chance against this very deep and impressive Hudson roster.
And the seconds wind down, and the Hudson Raiders headed back to the state championship game in Division I.
I don't know why.
They lost one.
They lost a shot on goal. And anyway, Hudson very impressive today. And that's his one-sided performance you're ever going to see in a state tournament game, whether the shots are 49-1 or 49-2. Again, they don't keep records for fewest number of shots in a state tournament game, but that was one impressive performance by the guys in white, the defending state champs.
And it was across the board. You look at 6 goals on offense, you look at the defense allowing hardly any shots, and a couple of power play goals, so special teams contributed too.
We'll double check to see what the saves are.
They're listing one right
now.
Man,
they actually took a shot and go away. I don't know how that happened, but
it's a miracle.
Anyway, Aiden Teperang with 1 save, and his counterpart, Michael Polston, had 43, I believe, last count. So, again, a very impressive performance by the defending state champs. Will go on to play for the state title again tomorrow.
Remember what the score was after 1 period?
Yeah, zip.
Nothing.
Polston with 15 saves in that first 17 minutes. And again, he gave his team a chance, but they just never generated any offense against the stifling Hudson defense, which just smothered U School in every aspect of the game.
You know, they're back in the title game. There you see the Hudson fans celebrating, and the team now recognizing their support. So it'll be Hudson against either Notre Dame or Edgewood for the Division I final tomorrow afternoon. Okay, that's the first semifinal. In a few moments, we'll have semifinal number 2 as the second-seeded Notre Dame Tritons face off with the third seed, the Edgewood Crusaders. That's coming up in about a half hour or so. In the meantime, we thank you for joining us for this one, 6-0 Hudson to win. Bill Brophy, Jay Wilson, our entire Rush Media crew, thanks for watching the 2022 WIA State Hockey Tournament on the NFHS Network.